It's really about the mind, body, soul integration of how we show up to be successful, how we show up to serve the Lord. And it looks crazy and I sound a little crazy. So if you're listening to this on the podcast later and I'm winded, it's because I'm winded. So I would encourage you to work out with me, get your move on with me, maybe shout in the process with some friends as you're walking it out, and just go on this adventure. Go on this adventure with me. I took a break after I was doing Tuesdays and Thursdays for a couple of reasons. One, summertime ensued. My babies didn't have to be out the door as quickly, and I could sleep in just a little bit. But I really realized in that time frame, one, I thought about you all. I thought about the Great Commission. I thought about my own wellness and physicality connected to that. And just recently, I started a new challenge. I don't like to tell my kids that I'm on a diet because I don't need to diet, as you can see, but I always like to go to the next level. And I always parallel my faith connected to my physicality, my mentality, my relationships, my finances, all of that. I don't think that it's one or the other. It's one and the other. And God speaks to that so many times biblically. And I just want you guys to recognize if there's an area of your life that you're feeling is off kilter, that you're feeling is out of alignment. There's a reason that it's out of alignment, and God is pulling your attention to that. So if it's your health, let's talk about it. If it's your finances, let's talk about it. If it's your marriage, let's talk about it. This is not an exclusive space for just business growth. I learned in a very difficult way that if I do not pay attention to the other elements of myself, a lot is gonna go wrong. A lot is gonna go awry. And I almost lost my life, literally my life to it. I was suicidal. I had depression and anxiety. I was having anxiety attacks for almost 2 years. Not all correlated to the same thing. Lots of different things came up, but I felt like because the enemy knew how to approach me in the night and attack my body, my mind was in like constant struggle with what is reality and what's not reality. I was having nightmares. And this is before this business started, but it was also after I had been in entrepreneurship for about 10 years. And in that, I had a choice. Do I focus on what the world tells me to focus on? Do I take this as the greatest call of success in my life? Because accolade-wise, check. White picket fence, check. A hot husband, check. 2 kids, a boy first, a girl second, check. The American dream, right? However, inside of me was completely starved. I was focusing and paying attention and idolizing all of the wrong things. I was putting my drive and my ability to be in drive mode at the forefront of my life. And I was putting my identity in my success. And it destroyed so much of me. And it made me put my guard down. And in relation to my faith, well, I didn't really have any. My faith was in myself. My faith was in my ability. And though I believed that there was a God, I had been, exposed to him, I should say. And I gave my life to him when I was 14 in a Hardee's parking lot in a car with a youth young life leader. And so I believe in all of these things. I believe in him. But the world is telling us, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. And here I am on a Peloton, struggling a bit, but doing it anyway, but not because of me, because of him. And when I put my flesh on the line, as we're going to go through the word today and talk about somebody else who exampled this so beautifully, I put my flesh on the line, I am able to actually have 10x, 100x outcomes, because we serve a God who knows multiplication in a way that the world does not. And I'm so grateful for his capability. I'm so grateful for his greatness. I'm so grateful for the perplexities and the complexities of who he is and how he shows up for us outside of our own weakness and inside of our own weakness, right? I see Michael's on here this morning, brother. Good morning, good morning. Back at it with our 20 minutes of Peloton and Preach. I say 20 minutes every single time, y'all, and I do intend for that to be the case, but I'm already 7 minutes in and I forgot to actually press play on my Peloton. So we're gonna have our timer start us now, even though I can hardly breathe. Let's take a breath. Let's breathe him in today, and let's start in the word. And I just wanted to give you some context of why I'm here for Peloton and Preach. I want to be a living testimony of mind, body, soul integration and what that means for our business here on earth as it is in heaven. Because there is a kingdom business that is operating 24/7. Doesn't matter who the CEO is, doesn't matter who the integrators are, doesn't matter who the visionary is, because at some point in that 24-hour cycle, even if you have an entire team overseas, someone's off the clock. Minutes go by. Selfishness comes in. Enemies come to distract. There's so much that transpires on a day-to-day basis, but his business never shuts down. His hours of operation never turn off. He's always on speed dial. He's always there for us.